people that are getting money, some making six figures, some making 85, 75, 65, but they're breaking down their paychecks and they're telling you how much they taking home so you can get a better idea of when you get that raise and promotion, exactly what your lifestyle is going to be. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel if you have not tapped into the Patreon already. Make sure you do so. That link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. Let's get to it, ladies and gentlemen. I hate it when they play this music, man.
I got paid today, so let's break down my paycheck to see what I make versus what I actually take home. My salary is $85,000 and I get paid bi-weekly, so my gross paycheck today was $3,269.
Now, it's a lot of people that are killed for that type of money. Her salary is $85,000 a year. Her gross paycheck is $3,269.23. That's how much she grosses, all right? Bi-weekly. Every other week, shout out to Jamal Fowler. I'm going to be reading that super chat shortly. Every other week on an $85,000 salary. Now, imagine that is $40,000 because everybody used to tell me that you can get by on $40,000. $85,000 salary, gross, $3,200, which is really $6,400 a month, right? So let's continue. That's gross, not net.
And 23 cents. Getting into deductions, my cost for dental insurance is $6.07, vision insurance is $3.21, and medical insurance is $56.38.
Wow, that's really good.
I also contribute 8% to my Roth 401k, and that was $261.53. As far as taxes, my federal tax was $671.70.
That is highway robbery. I got to go to work, and then I'm giving the federal government money just because I'm here in America every week of $671 of a $3,200 paycheck. I just think that taxes, the way that taxes are set up in this country and the way, see, it wouldn't even be so bad if they used it properly. But the way they just fumbling our money and doing what they want to do with it, and they still operating at a deficit. The federal government is operating at like a $35 trillion deficit, man. $671 in taxes every 2 weeks out of a $3,200 paycheck. Good God. Jesus.
25 cents, and this is for things like Medicare and Social Security. And then I live in Arizona, so my state tax was $86.50. After taxes and deductions, my net pay that I actually take home is $2,183.79.
So $3,200 gross on an $85,000 salary. Her take-home pay is like an $1,100 difference. $2,100 after a $3,200 gross paycheck, after all of your deductions, expenses, and all of the money that comes out, she only taking home $2,100. Man, that is disrespectful.
Is $80,000 a year still paycheck to paycheck in America?
Yes.
Absolutely it is, and let me just show you why. Now, this tweet sparked a lot of debates, and nearly everyone in the quotes were saying, if you make this much money and you're living paycheck to paycheck, you're just bad with money and don't know how to manage. Let's just check the facts on that. Now, for this example, I'm gonna be fair. I'm not gonna use LA. I'm not gonna use New York. I'm gonna use Philadelphia. In Philly, after all the taxes, $80,000 is roughly $2,400 every 2 weeks or $4,800 a month. The average rent in Philly is $1,900 for an 800 square foot apartment. That's about a 1-bedroom. Now let's just see how much we could squeeze out that $4,800. Rent is $1,925. Groceries $400. Adjust that how you want. Student loans $450 because you made that $80K doing something. Gas $240 a month. Utilities $250. Food $300. Adjust that how you want. Car note $400. Car insurance $200. Luxuries $300 because you got to take your girl on a date or get haircuts or something. After that, you only left with $285. That.
All right, so let me go over this budget and let me break it down a little bit. First of all, grocery bill don't have to be that high. That's number one. Number two, you shouldn't even have student loans because you should have went to community college. And if you're paying $450 a month, you're going to be paying that for the next 120 months. That's not, you can cut that out. You need to get rid of that. Gas, maybe some of y'all need to live, work, and play in the same area or take public transportation. You can eliminate that if you want to. Utilities, you need to move back in with your people. First of all, let's start with the highest expense. $1,925. Why do people feel like they have to live by themselves or they don't have to get a roommate? Look, if you make $80,000 a year, your goal is not to maintain a lifestyle, it's to keep the majority of it in your pocket so that you can invest it. I hate to say this because people just don't listen and they're not going to do it. If you're making $80,000 a year and you're taking home $4,800 a month, you can eliminate 90% of this, because if you don't have a car or you don't have these expensive cars, you can eliminate these top insurances. Luxuries, throw it away. Car note, nope. Food, cool. We can leave that in there. You can eat good. That's only $300 a month. Subscriptions, I feel you. Utilities, eliminated. Gas, eliminated. Student loans, eliminated. Wait a minute. He got food and groceries twice. And this is the finesse. Food, $300, groceries, $400. You're not going to get that by me. See, if you just looking at it on the TikTok and you scrolling up and down, then you're going to miss that. He got groceries right under rent, and then he got food at $300. Which one is it? Is it groceries or food? I thought that they was the same thing. See, a lot of these people are truly, they're managing their money wrong. And so the first thing that you do is you don't go up and you start to maintain a lifestyle and start spending $300 on your chick. Man, skip that hoe. Man, we about to watch Netflix. I already got a subscription. We chilling on the couch. You want to go somewhere? Then let's go to the park. Let's go have some fun. You know what me and my girl used to do? We used to go and ride through neighborhoods that was ultra luxurious and dream, and then put together our plans together on how it is that we gonna get there. That's how we used to do it. We used to go on little picnics. We used to have our little daughter with us, and we used to go out and dream. Go out and dream. Yep, you're right, Jim B. Church want they 10% tithes and offerings too. Let's not forget that.
It's paycheck to paycheck.
I'm Lexi, I'm 27, and my salary is $58,000 a year. It decreased from 78 because I decided to go down to 30 hours a week at work so I can have more time to make unhinged videos for you chicken heads. Anyway, now...
Dummy. Never go down to more hours. You need to cut that time out of somewhere else in order to be able to get that money together. Dog, you don't go from 70-something to 50-something because you want to make TikTok videos. I understand that y'all following y'all passions. Bruh. You need to make those videos when you get off of work. You don't want to go down to 30 hours. You keep your 40-hour work week. What's wrong with these people, man?
Now my salary is $1,619, and I had some money left over in my checking, so my total checking balance is $1,852. I always like to pay my credit card off in full if I can, and it's at $671, so I paid that off, and that leaves me with $1,181. So then I always put aside
Shouldn't even have a credit card. Don't need a credit card, family.
half of what I need for rent, which is $625, and my full car payment, since that's about to come out of my account, which is $480. And that leaves...
How are y'all on these little salaries and y'all got a $480 car payment, and then you're going to have $200 in insurance, then you're going to have gas, and you're going to have maintenance? That eat up a... Look, bro. Care of Reviews Plus, absolutely. Send me an email, big dog. I'm going to read your super chat shortly. Y'all cars is eating up all of y'all paycheck. Y'all cars and how y'all living is eating up y'all paycheck. And then y'all out here with these credit cards trying to live La Vida Loca. It's not going to work, man.
me with a whopping $76. So not transferring anything to savings, and I guess I'm also not eating for the next 2 weeks. Follow me or else.
I've got nothing left. I've got nothing left.
What my six-figure paycheck looks like after deductions. Before I give you these deep details about my life, you should know a little bit about me. I'm 26, I work as a data scientist, and I live in the expensive state of Maryland. And I overshare about my finances on the internet.
She makes she's 26 years old, and she makes $160,000 a year. She's 26. She makes $160,000 a year. Let me see. At 26 years old, 8, carry the 1, 8 years removed. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. She 26, she make $160,000 a year. At 26 years old, I was getting my cars repossessed. I was moving back into my mama's basement. I had a daughter on the way, and it was the 2008 recession. Boy, the housing crisis kicked my Dog, it was people that literally jumped off of a bridge, the San Francisco bridge, because they could not handle what was going on in the recession. It was so bad. I've never seen any time worse in my entire life. At 26 years old, I was having a daughter. I was going broke. I was getting my cars repossessed, and I was moving back into my mom's basement, and I had zero income. 2008 recession was the time of my life. And boy, I'm going to just tell you, once I moved back into my mom's crib and me and my brother was there and we was having fun and I had my daughter, it seemed like we had the time. We was laughing. We was going skating. We was playing games. We was playing board. We found our niche back then. We figured out how to do stuff for free. All of that extra stuff that we was doing, all of that went out the window. At 26, I was broke. That's a fact, though.
Now we're ready to get into it. Starting off strong, my gross pay before any deductions is about $6,700. Federal taxes, almost $1,500, and then state and local is $440. So that's almost $2,000 in taxes alone.
Y'all ready for that life? Y'all ready to be paying $2,000 in taxes from her gross pay?
Our country has failed us.
I'm maxing out my 401k this year. That's about $1,000 per paycheck.
That's
Between dental, my FSA, and health insurance, that's about $140 per paycheck. I honestly forget what GTL automation
But she grossing like $12,000-$13,000 a month though. She'll be all right. She'll be all right. She need to figure out how to keep more money in her taxes.
My company lets us buy up to a week of PTO, so I purchased like 4 days. That's $77 per paycheck. The total deductions
That's
that I
dumb.
opt into is about $1,200. So I started with $6,700 and I'm left with $3,600. It almost gets cut in half.
But that's per pay period. See, I don't feel sorry for you. You make $160,000 as a data scientist. Your pay period, you getting $6,700 a month or $6,700 every 2 weeks. And your deductions and you're buying PTO, dumb. Listen, if a company ever offers you the ability to be able to buy more days off, decline it and go to work. I'm just always amazed at the amount of people that make dumb decisions even though they make a decent amount of money. You know who I see that the most with? Doctors. Doctors make some of the dumbest decisions on a regular basis. People are purchasing their PTO. You know what I would do? I would let my PTO pile up because I was working from home anyway. When I left the University of Michigan, I had like 10 weeks of PTO. They had to pay me for that. What am I taking PTO for? And I'm already off. Why would I buy PTO? I'm paying you for a day off. You see how people nickel and dime their money away? It's dumb.
And then I decide to cut that in half again. For my direct deposit, $1,800 goes into my checking. This is for all of my bills, all of my wants. And then $1,800 goes into my Ally Bank because that is a high yield savings account. It gives me 4.5% interest. If you want to see how I budget $3,600 per month, check out my page or let me know if you want an updated video.
And you know what's so funny? People will be watching these people and they will be following them. And they will agree to their lifestyle and they will be rolling with them and they're going to be going with them down this razor blade into the alcohol river. People look at her and they will say, oh, man, this girl is so smart. I want financial advice and tips from her. Jesus Christ.
How much do we have left? $40. That's it?
Looks like she eating all of their paycheck.
Much I actually take home as a 26-year-old financial analyst making $79,000 a year. I get paid on the 15th and 30th of every month. My gross paycheck is $3,295. I pay $710 towards taxes, $265 to my 401k. Other benefits are $110, and
Why is she only paying $265 in her 401k? Why is she only paying $265 per paycheck in her 401k? That's what, $5,000 a year, $6,000 a year. She only putting $6,000 a year in her 401k.
phone and parking reimbursement for $190, bringing my net paycheck to $2,400. Calculating this leaves me both grateful and depressed.
I'm a broke-ass nurse, and here's how I spend my paycheck. And some of you guys do not believe how little I get paid as a nurse, and I would not make this up. It's not cool, but it is a little bit funny, honestly.
He must not be a real nurse. He must be some fake kind of nurse.
And for this week,
because every nurse that I know is making well over $100,000 a year.
I got paid $875 after taxes.
What kind of nurse are you? Yo, somebody robbing this dude. He must be a migrant.
And I get paid weekly, guys. Weekly. Rent, I pay a portion of that. And then my vet bills. This is when I got wrecked because I thought my cat was going to die. I rushed her into the ER, I was crying, and it turns out she just has asthma. Cat asthma. So that was $700.
I can't do no more. I'm done with this. I'm not about to continue to entertain this conversation. I'm not doing it, bro. If you broke, you don't need no pets, bro. I can't do this, man. When y'all send me these videos to review, y'all think y'all be trying to get me out of my comfort zone or something like that.